Hello once again, everybody, and good morning. I'm Tommy Bryan, your host, and our guest, as always, Blue Devil head coach Bob Dillard. Bob, last week, a tremendous win for this football program, 28-14, the victory over Gallatin.
Well, it was a big win for our young men, and I'm proud of the way they went over there and played. And we've challenged them this week to reach that same level every time from here on out that we go out and play. And if we do that, I think we'll have a good chance to be successful from here on out if we play with the same kind of heart and desire that we played with last Friday night at Gallatin.
You ran the ball so well, right up the middle with the fullback Reeves. Stafford over 100 yards with 165. Going into the football game, were there things you felt like you could attack in that Gallatin defense?
Well, yeah, there were a few areas that we thought were maybe a little more vulnerable than other places. We felt like to our left that they weren't as strong as they were to our right, and we felt like their nose guard was a very aggressive football player. He liked to take a side and just go that side, and instead of us having to guess which side he was going to, we just ran what we call 30 dive and sent our fullback right up the center's butt and just let our center take their nose wherever he went, and it worked out to be a big play for us.
We did not have to throw the ball that much, but when we did, Ron C. with two tremendous plays after catching the football.
Well, I think the first one that led to our first touchdown drive, it's 4th and 14 or 15, and that was a very big play. Possibly could have been the biggest play of the ball game because Ron makes just an unreal effort breaking tackles and getting enough yardage to get the first down. And one of our coaches made the comment that if the first down marker had been down on the 5, that they believe Ron wouldn't have got tackled until they got to the 5. But that was a big play to keep our drive alive, and we were able to go on in after that and score, and that gave us a lot of confidence that maybe we wouldn't have had we not converted on that 4th down.
The unbalanced line, the power offense worked so well. We scored a couple of touchdowns, and late in the football game, we're able to control the football and run the clock.
Well, the power offense was good to us. We got in that because we didn't know for sure what Gallatin was going to do in short yardage situations. They'd done 2 or 3 different things, and instead of trying to come up with 2 or 3 different plays to what they were going to be doing and having to think a lot, we just said, hey, we're going to line up like this and let them get in whatever they want to get in. We're just going to line up and run over them. And our offensive line did a good job, and Ryan did a good job opening up holes, and it worked out good for us.
Speaking of Ryan Alds, played some back there at fullback. He's got a shoulder problem and did not participate in practice this week.
Well, he's got a slight tear in the capsule that protects the rotator cuff in his shoulder. It's not anything that is real serious, but the doctors thought that a week's rest would help him some. So he'll probably dress against Oakland, but his playing time will definitely be limited if he gets any at all. So we think we're probably going to hold him out this week, and hopefully that time off will help it.
What kind of adjustments have you made offensively and defensively for him not being in the game?
Well, we've not really made any adjustments. Mark Wilson will play at defensive tackle. He'll get to start for Ryan on the defensive side of the ball, and Mark and Cale Cripps will both work at the offensive tackle position. So we haven't really changed our game plan or any of our plays or anything like that because Ryan's not going to be in there. We've just got to have somebody to step up and take charge with him not out there.
Oakland, the last game on the regular season schedule, in a situation where you've got one football team that has absolutely nothing to lose. Oakland packs it up when our game is over with, and that always makes for a dangerous opponent.
Well, it does. We've told our young men this week that these guys have nothing to lose. They know they're lining up and playing their last football game. They know when their seniors take their pads off that they won't put them back and play a high school football game. They don't have anything to lose. They can come out and try anything and just come out and play wide open football because there's no tomorrow for them, and that makes for a dangerous situation. We've got to be mentally focused and be ready to go play, or we're going to have a dogfight on our hands.
They've got an outstanding quarterback in Wes Counts.
He throws the ball extremely well, probably the best drop back passer that we've seen all year. He does a good job throwing it, and they're not scared to throw it. They'll put it up 20, 25, 30 times a ball game if they feel like that's what they need to do. So our secondary is going to get a big test, and also we need to get a good pass rush on him because if you give him a lot of time to sit back there and pick out his receivers, he can do some damage.
We've gotten some good pressure in the last couple of ball games with the front 5.
Our front 5 have done a good job. We came up with 2 or 3 big sacks, I thought, the other night over at Gallatin. I remember Ryan Alls had one late in the ball game. Elliott Carson had one late in the ball game, and a couple of times we forced their quarterback to throw the football away because of the pressure that we'd been giving him. So, that's the best defense against the pass is a good pass rush, and we've got to try to get a good rush against Oakland.
We win the football game against Oakland, we're the number 3 team in the region, and that's important.
Yeah, it really is. We, if we win, we're going to be number 3 regardless of what happens at Coffee County and Gallatin. And what we've tried to stress this week is, hey, we're in control of what seed we go into the playoffs as, and the thing we need to do is take care of business against Oakland, and that way we don't have to be concerned with what happens at Gallatin and Coffee County. We control our own destiny if we go over there and win.
Folks, stay tuned. It ought to be another good one. Lebanon and Oakland coming up in just a minute.
The Bob Dillard pregame show has been brought to you by Chum's Convenience Stores with 4 locations to serve you better. By Lebanon Heating and Air Conditioning. By Greg Brothers Car Wash, now with 2 locations in Lebanon. And by TRW Commercial Steering Division. Lennox Videos, in association with Lebanon Cablevision, proudly presents Lebanon Blue Devil Football. Your play-by-play host, Clyde Harville. With color commentary by Tommy Bryan. With the game stats, Terry Stafford. And the sideline reporter for the...
Welcome to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, to Horace Jones Field for tonight's replay between Lebanon High School Blue Devils and the Murfreesboro Oakland Patriots. At this time, we'd like to thank our 1995 video replay sponsors for this year's broadcast. They are Fakes and Hooker, First Bank and Trust, First Insurance Group, First United Methodist Church, J.R. Hompson Sons, Realty and Auction, Kenneth O. Lester Company, Cash and Carry Store, Lebanon Cablevision, Permapipe, Division of Midwesco, Piggly Wiggly, Rochelle, McCullough and Alds, Attorneys at Law, Square One Express and Hallmark Drive-Thru, TRW, Women's Health Center. And that's our sponsors for tonight's replay in this season's football games. Stay tuned for the kickoff. Oakland, red on blue. Now here's David Francis for the introduction of the captains and the toss of the coin.
Okay, guys. Tonight, we have a foul during the ball game. I'll ask for a red captain or a white captain. Somebody come to me. I'll explain the options to you. If you don't understand them, ask me to explain them again, and I'll be glad to. Once you make a decision, though, fellas, it's going to be final, okay? Let me say one thing about sportsmanship. Sportsmanship rule. Fellas, we're not going to warn you on taunting, baiting, any unsportsmanlike act. There'll be no warnings. It'll be a 15-yard foul, okay? So play this game tough, play within the rules. Okay, you guys are the visiting team. It's a silver dollar. Okay, I'm sorry. Call it in the air. If I drop it, we'll flip it again, okay? Tails. Whoa, bad swing. It's heads. Red team won the toss.
Red team's won the toss. That's Oakland.
Football.
Oakland wants the football. The Blue Devils will kick away from the scoreboard, Tommy. So there you have it. The Blue Devils lose the toss of the coin, and Oakland will get the ball first.
Okay, thanks, John, and great sound we've got running tonight. Our phone line really seems to have improved back at the station, Bill Goodman, and we sound like we're hitting on all cylinders. Lebanon dressed out, as John said, in the solid white uniforms on the road, white helmet, white jersey, white pants, blue trim, blue numerals. And it looked like somebody threw a cigar off the top of the press box or something, just went whizzing by us. We're located high above the 45-yard line here on the second level of MTSU's press box. Oakland dressed out tonight in their red game jerseys, blue pants, navy blue helmets, white numerals. They don't wear the red jerseys very much. The red jersey means something for Oakland. They wore the red jerseys when they won the state championship several years ago, and kind of a sentimental sort of thing. Lebanon's players now hitting the field for the start of this Region 4 5A football game. This reminder, we want to say hi to everybody back at Grand Slam Pizza on West Main. The The buffet, we understand, is going along great guns. Anybody out driving around looking for a place to eat tonight and you want to listen to the football game, pull in at Grand Slam Pizza on West Main Street and say hi to the Roses for us. Good place to eat and a good place to have a good time listening to Blue Devil football right here on FM 99. Oakland will receive the football to start the game. Going deep to return for the Patriots, Robert Ogletree, O-G-L-E-T-R-E-E. He'll stand at about his 9-yard line. Kyle Zachary will kick it away for the Blue Devils. Zachary, the senior, squib kicked last week, and no telling what he'll do here on this artificial surface tonight to maybe get a little bounce or two. But Lebanon not wanting to let anybody set up a return against him. Lebanon will defend the south goal, and if you're familiar with MTSU Stadium, Lebanon's football team now has the scoreboard at their back, and they are kicking toward the school. And we're ready to roll, and here with a play-by-play call, FM 99 Sports Director Clyde Harville.
Okay, Tommy, here's the kick short, and it's taken at the 27, over the 30, and going to be jammed up and knocked down at the 35, and the short man over there got it. We'll have to get a number when he gets up from there. Carrying the football is Jason Wilkinson, the short man, and they'll put it at the 35-yard line, just over the 35-yard line by the length of the football, and Oakland will start at that point. Blue Devils, great game under their belt a week ago. They'll need to do it again here tonight to get third place for sure in this fruit basket turnover and back to throw is Counts. Left-hander fires long. Got a man wide open down at the 41-yard line and nobody near him. And that is Michello, and he hauls it in at the Lebanon 40.
Oakland comes out in the shotgun. They hit the flanker down the far sideline. Lebanon with some confusion in the secondary. Chris Lehue over to make the tackle. Lehue making the start as strong safety instead of Titus Kelly. And the quarterback Counts did a good job of finding his receiver and just lobbing the football upfield for him.
First down, Oakland at the Lebanon 40. Oakland will have two splits and back to throw is Counts again. Firing over the middle, got his man down at the 35, and he's going to be held up and dropped, and that's the fullback Emerson Williams coming out of the backfield. And they get about 5 on the pass play, and Tommy, Oakland looks good here after a couple of plays.
Well, they are committed to the throw. They feel like their quarterback is the best football player they've got. He's got more attempts. In fact, he's got twice as many attempts as their leading rusher has got carries. They believe in him. They feel like he's their best shot at victory, and they've thrown the ball twice for 2 first downs.
Nose of the football at the Lebanon 35. Wide outs left and right. Michello split wide right as they move from your right to left. And here's a snap, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper sliding outside, and Carson has got him for a loss. Carson will drop him back at the 38-yard line. Counts, I don't think, meant to run that football, but everybody was mixed up, and there was a busted play, and he had to run. And Carson played off the block real well and hauled him down for a 2-yard loss. Ball back at the 38-yard line. It'll bring up third down and 7 now for Oakland at the Lebanon 38. So the Blue Devils got a good chance to make a stand right here.
Well, it looked like from here that Counts wanted to run to Utah. The shuttle pass was looking for the fullback to turn back, and he never came and looked him face to face. So he just decided he'd run it himself and take the negative on the play.
Again, they get in the shotgun. Wide outs left and right. Counts. Pitch back, loose football. It's rolling on the ground, and I think Oakland has it back at the 43-yard line. In there to mess up that play was Clemens, and the football fell all over Clemens. He never saw it.
And the officials were confused. They thought that was a fumble. In reality, that was the Utah pass, and that when the ball goes on the ground, even though it's an underhanded flip, it's a forward pass and an incomplete pass, so the ball goes back to the line of scrimmage. And I was looking at the umpire, and he just told the ref, he said, I didn't see it. I don't know what.